Formula One may have been absent from Mexico for 23 years, but after 2015's triumphant return, it was as if we'd never been away. In Mexico, a Grand Prix is more than just a race. It's a celebration of speed and of bravery. There's nothing quite like the atmosphere in the stadium today. They'll be drowning out the cars with their noise as they make their way through on lap 1. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Perez, Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Albon and Carlos Sainz, Stroll, Hülkenberg, George Russell and Norris, Red, Weber, Kevin Magnussen and Roman Grosjean. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Gasly and Devon Butler
Start somewhere. Hey everybody, welcome to the Mexican Grand Prix. It was a rough day in qualifying.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
And it looks like we're going to have an interesting race strategy, a two-stopper. This is a pretty long race. This is one of the longer races of the season, 47 minutes projected. So 2 stops, 2 softs, and then the mediums. I'm looking forward to that. That means we get to push the whole race. We don't have to backpedal. We don't have to, try to keep the tires on the thing. And we're going to need to push because I certainly want to push my way up into the points today, and we got a lot of cars to get through to get there. Alright, we're starting on the sticky side of the track. Let's try to have a good start. Not bad, but I get the full throttle too early. It's okay, let's try to get to the inside if we can. There's some positions to be made up down here. It's gonna fan out. I saw bits of wing in front of us. I just got... Boy, I've been hit twice now. That was certainly very messy. I was all over Norris there. So glad he hopped to the inside. I would have been in major trouble if he hadn't. Messy as it was actually a really good start for us. We gained quite a few spots off of a pretty bad launch. This is where my car is the best. I feel like even though our car kind of sucked in the rain, it's gonna be really good in the dry. Wasn't room for me there. Good run. Let's see if it has the power on the straightaway. Everybody's drafted everybody. I don't know. The congestion was a few rows up from us, so we didn't really get any advantage. Hard on the brakes there. Everybody's still really bunched up here. I'd love to make that work, but it hadn't quite developed enough yet. I needed to get really alongside him for that to happen. He's looking a little uncomfortable though. Okay. Thanks to all that dirt rally experience yesterday, I guess. We were able to recover from that. I've had to do a lot of avoiding of slow cars, which is encouraging. But we gotta get by them. Avoiding is great, but getting by would be better.
DRS is now enabled. Will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
We don't get it quite yet. Stroll with a lockup. Hulkenberg not seeing us next to him, or not caring. Playing a little risky over there, grabbing a lot of curb and a little of grass. Could end in disaster. We got places to be, and 14th is not that place. Hulkenberg's actually doing a little harvesting right now. Oh, that was beautiful! That was absolutely beautiful. I can't believe how well that worked. They're really going at it hard up in front of us. Looks like maybe somebody took damage. It seems to be a group that's really looking held up. A lot of quick little saves have to happen here. Let's not use energy this lap. I don't think it's necessary. We have such a good draft here. Gotta be careful. You wanna leave them room out of turn one, just in case they lock up the brakes. You don't wanna end up having them run into you and taking some of your wing off. A little bit less risky through there. Tires starting to get a little out of their prime. Can't quite run those crazy fast lines. I still have a lot left in them. Just can't do what I was doing. Again, don't feel like I have any need to defend here. Verstappen and Sainz going at it. It's good for the immediate battle, but it's bad because our group is losing contact with the group ahead. Not really anything I can do down here. certainly feel like our car is quicker than Albon's. Picking up Sainz's draft as well. Got that down to a science now. Field's starting to get a little bit more strung out at this point. So we're not going to be making any of those big lunges through the field anymore. But the good news is that means that the cars I approach are more attackable. They don't have the assistance of a draft or DRS. Yeah, this should be a pretty easy pass right now. Just gotta watch for the pass back. Looks like we're good. And then this is one of those tracks that has the double DRS zone, which I'm personally not a fan of. I don't like the fact that I get DRS here to pull away from him. I don't know necessarily that the car behind should get DRS, but maybe that just shouldn't be a DRS zone. I don't know that it makes any more passing possible. All it does is make the car that passes able to get away and not have to defend. I don't think that's really the point of DRS. I don't think our car had much of a qualifying pace anyway, but I did get the impression that it was going to be a pretty sporty little race car.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. Right, some information on Ricciardo. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
Some kind of problem. That doesn't mean that he's going to be out, but he might be slow for a few laps here. Maybe we can close that gap. Felt a little off pace through there, and the Delta suggests the same. I think I get so much pace through here that it won't matter. Chop that gap in half through there on him. He may have a gear missing or something like that. Possibly some wing damage, I don't know. He's definitely slow in the straightaways. I think he's going to be able to take any drafting retakes there because he's got so little straightaway speed. This might be a little early to call this, but I think a top 5 is still doable today. I think our car is that good of a race car. Depends on the strategy. What do the front runners do? Does anybody try to single stop it? Do they go soft to hard? Do I overrun that turn too many times in the race? That will matter. Although they didn't actually catch me with the warning there.
You want to pit this lap, so push now.
I want to pit. I want to pit for a new pants. New pants, please. I'd say the rears have gotten a little displeased. They're not very hot. They aren't very grippy. Yeah, it definitely just doesn't feel like it has as much grip this lap. It really did a big transition lap to lap there.
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It doesn't even feel like the same car. One lap to the next. Here we go. Alright, pit crew. Nice and steady here. Let's hope we don't get boxed in.
Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits.
We
Release, release.
We did get held a little bit for nothing that I saw. I don't really know what the hold was for.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy.
This should be a really quick stint. Like, I feel like we should be looking at setting fast lap this stint more than next, because we're only at 2/3 fuel load and on the best tire, new, not even scrubbed. Should be pretty darn good. Feel better if I was a little bit closer to Verstappen after that. This is when my car is the best, is on new tires.
Kimi is in the pits.
Gimme in the pits. Gimme in the pits. Tonight's guest, Mika Hakkinen. Today, they aim to say 4 words total. Alright, Kimi is out ahead of me here. And he got out right behind Verstappen, so he's got DRS. So I might have a hard time catching those two and matching their pace. See how much quicker it was through there with the new tires. Should really pick up through here. So I am nearly flat, keeping 2 tires on the track at all times. I don't know what's going on ahead of us, but it looks like there's a big traffic train. Thought we might take it. That's why I gave it that little bit of energy at the end of the lap. 4 wide ahead of us there. Or at least it looked like it. That is good news for us. The more they race, the better chance we have. Muck that up. Try and really make up for it here in this middle sector. Ooh, that was nice. Is that somebody, is that Albon doing a single stopper or something? Why is he holding up this crew? He's pitting now. And it might be a single stop strategy. We'll see how that plays out. It's a bold strategy, Kyle. Nearly a collision ahead of us there. Timmy, his elbows up. Speaking of elbows up, I can do that too. If necessary. Trying to do everything I can now because I know our car isn't as good at the end of the run. I don't think no matter how much I save tires, it's just never going to be as good as the other cars at the end of the run. I think that Red Bull is going to be able to out-drag us. He's got a good draft. Certainly made a good attempt at it. I don't think he got out of the turn very well there. Probably chopped him off a little bit on the exit. But rightfully so. Watch those lockups. And they're definitely using a lot of energy and power right now. The way they're gapping me on the straightaways. I feel like I'm running a lot more conservative. I drank a lot of water before this race because I knew it was a long race. Having major regrets right now. full threshold braking and it still wasn't enough. That was really rough through there. Much too close to him. All it did was ruin my lap. Alright, this gets back around Kimi. This is the race where Perez always does really well. So not too surprising there. Despite all the racing we've been doing, that Ferrari is getting closer to us. I don't know if they're on a different strategy or something. Last lap it was the fronts that were given out, this lap it was the rears. You're not exactly getting rid of Verstappen here. That curb. Even though he wasn't on DRS there, I didn't really ever get a run. That was a big mistake. Catching that inside curb there. Luckily, no major problems from it. Only Williams out. Luckily, no safety cars. Probably be a yellow flag somewhere though. Trying to keep pressure off those rear tires through there.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on mediums.
It's been a really intense race. We have caught that Ferrari, as our group has anyway. This yellow flag might save me. So that really messed up through that section.
Green flag.
Probably did. I think I really used my tires up early this stint, which was my plan. And we did move forward in doing it. But now I got a tippy toe for the last couple laps on these tires. Which isn't a lot of fun. Boy, that was my best line through there ever. I didn't mean to do this. Wow, I didn't have DRS. I just realized. Kimi around the Ferrari. I didn't realize that had happened. He's going for his own podium today. Is he in fourth right now, I think? Not that far behind third. Good run. Still just making up gobs of time through there. I'm only assuming we're in this position, assuming that
We're going to box this lap, push hard on the in-lap.
other cars around us aren't on one stoppers. It's the only thing that could really shake this up right now. Come on, Perez. Gotta close this gap. We got to go. Just a little save there.
Don't forget, box this lap.
Thought I might have him there. Not quite. Ah! I think we still have a wing. I think we got very lucky there because the computer was in control by the point we hit him, and the computer won't take wings off. I think. We got very, very lucky. We got very, very held though.
We're racing on the exit.
So-
Go now.
We got very lucky and we got instant karma for it.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Yeah, this has gotten very interesting now. Differing strategies all around us. Danny Rick. Come on, you're holding me up so much. Yeah, this is kind of a disaster. Getting held on pit road. Oh, Danny Rick! Danny Rick! What are you doing to me?
Kimi is in for his stop. We advise moving to mix 2. Fuel to mix 2.
No can do right now, Jeff. We got to go. Yeah, it was a really bad pit exchange. Couldn't have gone much worse for us, really. Went really well for Kimi. Now these tires, we should be able to run as hard as we want for the full stint. This is such a short stint for the mediums. That was a lot of grass. Getting frisky.
Some information on Weber. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
I think he's ahead of us, so we're alright. Hang it. What a race. What a race this has been for the whole field. Beginning of the race, I would say a P8 would be pretty good. I'd feel okay with it. But now I'd be pretty disappointed with it. Had to go for an extreme avoidance there. They were side by side and both hopped on the brakes real early. And they're still side by side. That sucked. Lucky to get away with it with a car, I guess. Still side by side. Still side by side. Perez holds him against DRS too. Still side by side. What in the world? Finally clears. That was like 3/4 of a lap side by side. Can't believe all those pylons are still there. Alright, Verstappen should be pretty vulnerable here. More battles ahead of us. Oh, Bottas on hards. Did go for a differing strategy. Maybe that means we'll be able to catch him. Especially if they continue to go side by side. Top 5 might still be doable. I think we've been witness to more side by side in this race than we've witnessed in previous entire seasons. Trying to make sure I was there for the DRS line. Still holding fast lap. That might fall at the very end, though. Hey guys, what's up? I had to get on the brakes for Bottas to let him in. He locked him up pretty big. Good lord, how did he make that turn? From that inside lane. Started the pass before DRS, but we got a Ferrari that's going to be going very, very fast. Yep. We practiced that move earlier. We're done catching and passing cars. Now it's a matter of holding off cars. Probably won't happen in DRS up here. Depends on how much that fight develops behind us. So it looks like Vettel got a little compromised, so maybe not. Dang it. Missed my marks there. It's my Achilles heel around this track. That turn. I gotta pee so bad. Why does this race have to be so long? Good lines through there.
Okay, clear.
Clear of what? Guess we'll never know. Oh, Carlos Sainz out of the session. It's been behind us. Gosh, our run through there is sublime. Not with Rome. Alright, still quite a bit to go here. This is not over, unfortunately. We have a out of DRS gap. I don't know if we're going to maintain that for the rest of the race.
Caution, caution.
That one was lucky to not be a safety car. Getting a bit of cloud cover, which I don't think is great for our car. I think our car is actually doing a little bit better in the sun here.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
If it wasn't for that middle sector, we'd really be in trouble. Saves our butt through here. Alright, 4 to go. 1.2, held it just about even. Somewhere around the middle sector, we need to start trying to save some energy. So if they do catch us, we have some kind of defense mechanism. That was very not good through there. Even though it didn't look bad, the lines were just off enough that I really lost a lot of time. And Vettel had a really good run through there. He will probably have a DRS run here. I will give him the inside lane, not the outside. Did you see what he did there? That's very smart. Pushed me wide, pushed me out from making the apex of the turn. Rude, very rude, but very wise. Where we draw back in. No need to attack here. Let's try and make sure we pull away from those cars behind us a bit.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Should be pretty simple. Honestly, not that simple. I really had to overrun the turn to make it happen. I expected to have an easier time than that. It makes me nervous for later in the race. Oh, Bottas gets around Vettel actually in the middle sector. That gives us a little bit of breathing room for a moment. Gave us a lot of breathing room. We got 9/10 back to DRS now. And they're passing each other still. Granted, that does mean that Vettel's going to have DRS down here. He's going to close the gap to me some. Certainly does. Wow, he must have saved a lot of battery energy or something there. Did you see how much he rocketed down that straightaway? Away from the group behind him? This is where we're good. We don't get a DRS attempt on the last lap. So I think leading into turn 1 is the preferred way to hold a position at this track. It's not always the case. Full beans!
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
That's all we need. Closed in quite a bit there. Didn't even take my full aggressive lines through there for the sake of not binning it. Real easy through here. This is where I've been messing up. Leclerc wins. Kimi podiums. And P4 for us. Heck of a drive.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
A little unenthusiastic after that, I would say, Jeff.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Ferrari today. Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's
I'm
no
sorry,
surprise
was
to
Kimi
fans the
smiling
world
ear to
over
ear there?
see them come out on top once again.
Look at that smile. I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
So, let's review the drivers' standings. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Some amazing talents out on the track
Nice.
today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Red. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
Let's move on to the constructors. Ferrari continued to extend the gap at the top of the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Pretty good gap there now to Racing Point between our 3-4 finish there, and a little bit more comfortable over Perez as well for myself, and a great move up through the field for Kimi today. Very close down where he is. 3-4, really nice. Yeah, Racing Point only 7 and 10 today. Let's look at some highlights. Let's hope that there's not many, because I might explode internally. Oh man, but yeah, that's a lot of fun. I'm not upset at all about the poor qualifying, because it set up quite a interesting race. I love being able to do the two-stop strategy. I feel like because of the two-stop strategy, we were able... Oh, that was, I think, Norris that lost some wing there. Because of the two-stop strategy, we were able to really push and have multiple stabs at the race rather than just, one and done. Usually it's, if you don't make your move now, it's going to be hard to make any moves later. And the way our car was so good on new tires but then fell off real hard made for some real interesting moments as well. Lots of highlights of us going by pit road thanks to the pit stops, I'm sure. You would think they would be able to tell that you were passing somebody on pit road, but no. But no. Great run for Kimi as well. That makes me feel good that Kimi got a podium on his own behalf. No, we didn't influence that result for him at all, so makes me feel good that our difficulty is set properly. Interesting that his car was also skating along. Do you think he gets my setup too? Is that possible? I doubt it. Wasn't a perfect race for me. I've made a few blunders. Certainly made one big lockup down right before the stadium, but I think I made enough great moves and good laps. Obviously the fastest lap, I think that's our first fast lap, to overcome that. Yeehaw! Yeah, there was some pretty big slides. There was a couple very close calls to losing it. Good stuff. Good stuff. We get an interview after that or no? Yep.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Ferrari.
You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
I would like to upgrade that power unit. I felt a little down on power in that race.
It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it?
Extreme amount of effort from the team.
You've had experience with Devon's fast, aggressive style. Any advice for the drivers he passed today?
Oh, That was Alpha. I thought that would be
You
sportsmanship.
had a close battle today, didn't you?
Sportsmanship. Wow, and
Great.
a good interview.
Well, that's everything.
Boy, I really did pretty well today. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Yay! And some points against our new rival, by the way, is Lando. Resource points. I don't think we did this. No, we didn't do that because of Japan. Oh well. No biggie. Got our rep back. We're good to go.
Excellent result today.
And I can go
Finishes
pee.
like
Thank
that
you all for
will
watching.
get
I'll see you next time. Bye.
reviews.